Alright, back again. Now, the only reason why it suddenly just went offline is because my computer froze. My computer froze, and so we're still, but don't worry, I'm still back, so we're still continuing. What's going on? Oh god. Perfect. Grapple hook. The very thing we was using from the very beginning of the game. Sick.
All right.
Nice.
Joker, stop! It's an enemy right near you.
Where? Shit. Crap.
Even you can't take on this many. Huh? Joker, that weird reading from earlier is closing in on you too.
What reading? Oh, you mean that reading?
I'll end this right now.
Hi, Kasumi.
Joker, it's her! She's the weird reading I've been getting!
Cartwheel. Nice legs. Nice costume. Nice mask. One shot. Backflip. One shot.
My weak self relied on you so much.
And why are the enemies just
That
standing
ends
there
today.
again?
Let's do this, Senpai!
Nice. Alrighty.
Have decreased? That's
Nice.
It's been a while since we last fought side by side. But this time, it's my turn to come to your aid, Senpai. Now let's win this!
When are you actually going to become
Sona.
Concentrate.
Thunderdon!
Alright, fuck it. Dash. Cartwheel.
Hate to be sorry. I think that's the last of them.
It should be.
I genuinely have no clue what just happened, but
I take it you're okay.
Wait, bad news. Enemy backup's headed your way. You need to book it right now.
Got it.
Please go. I'm going to make it harder for them to track you down. You still have something you need to do as a Phantom Thief, right?
That's right. But when are you actually
I
gonna
won't
make a
stop you.
present in the game? Like,
Since
honestly.
I'm not a member of the Phantom Thieves, I'm in no position to interfere.
Like, I don't mean to sound rude or a bit like, or a bit nitpicky,
please
but do you
don't
ever
forget
think
the
that
promise we
Kasumi
made,
just has like
okay?
no role in this game? Like,
Joker, you need to get out of there. Go.
alright, alright.
All right, let's do it.
Sprinted like a cheetah. Alright. Alright. I don't really need to. I don't really need to keep my mouth shut for this scene because we've already seen this scene so many times, so we don't really need to go over this. So basically, what I was basically saying is, do you ever think Kasumi doesn't really have any like particular role in this game? Like, look, I mean, I suppose people like her and everything, but I don't know. Like, I've only used her like 2 times in this game. And even then, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, does she actually serve a purpose to this game? That's just the only question, because I don't know, like,
Hey, can you make it?
if she, okay, if she joins us for like Shido's Palace, then that's cool. Okay, then maybe I suppose I wouldn't mind, but if not, I just feel like that's just wasted character potential.
See ya.
See ya. Wouldn't wanna be ya. Do you have to be such a show off?
You're so reckless, you know that?
Oh crap.
Enemies here?
What's wrong?
These readings. It can't be.
What happened?
The
An
cops.
ambush? Joker, can you handle this?
Joker!
Oh no.
Capture him!
No way.
Let's go! Go, go, go! Get over there! Stop struggling! Suspect secure!
Didn't expect to find some kid. You have your teammate to thank for this. You were sold out.
Suspect confirmed. Cuff it.
Yep. And here comes the rough bits. Here we go. Yep. That really doesn't matter. Done. All right, here we go. Ah, they injected a needle in me,
Guess the drug was too
got me
strong.
tied to a chair, handcuffed,
Wake him up.
and they beat me up as well. That's very nice. Oh, a camera. Hello,
No
copper.
dozing off.
Top of the morning. Oh, actually, where are we? In fact,
You still don't get it, do you?
no, I don't.
Give it up!
Ouch.
Come on, cooperate. What? You want another shot?
What? Do I look like a heroin addict to
What
you?
about the camera? Are you thinking it can be used as video evidence?
Well, I'm not as dumb as I look, bro.
So you're not that dumb.
Well, yeah.
Which is good. Because we get to take as much time as we need.
Ow.
Obstruction of justice, blackmail, defamation, possession of weapons.
Okay.
Manslaughter too, yeah? Talk about the works.
Wait, when did I commit
Think that all
manslaughter?
those crimes were led by a punk like this.
You're the one
You seem
beating
to be
up a
enjoying every
16-year-old
second of it.
school student, and you drugged him as well. Like, if anything,
know
you
your
are
place.
kind of the punk here.
Sign here. It's a confession under your name. I see. I need your hand to sign this, bud. I don't care if you end up losing a leg. Don't expect to walk out of here in one piece. We are going to make you understand. One must take full responsibility for their actions.
Well, luckily I'm still here in one piece. Even though I'm bruised. Well, I'm still here, you know? Well, and this is my name. Here you go. Hi, Sai-san. I'm gonna let this to be automatic.
Excuse me, but this area's off.
I'm Nijima from the Public Prosecutor's Office.
The prosecutor's office? What business do you have here?
Just let me through. It's urgent. There's something I need to confirm with the suspect.
Really?
Nijima-san, I believe this case is no longer in your jurisdiction. Besides...
You prosecutor sign Nijima? There's a call from your director. Hurry and get it over with. To be frank, you're being an inconvenience.
Hello, director.
I thought I ordered you to stand by.
I'm responsible for this case, yet I'm not even being allowed an interrogation?
I'm calling because I knew you'd bring it up.
I will not be convinced unless I confirm it for myself. This is my case.
Alright. Good
Good
luck to you then.
I won't be expecting much, though.
Prosecutor, I forgot to mention something important. Your time will be cut short. We can't permit you to talk with him for long.
I'm sorry. And why is that?
It's for your own sake. His methods are unknown. After all, we don't even know if it's safe to simply meet and speak with him.
I understand.
Right. Dun 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 dun.
Well done on making it this far, inmate. Now that you have traversed your long, perilous recollection, you truly have entered the present. The effects of that drug are gonna wear off soon. This is your golden opportunity. You must grasp the truth that will save you from the brink of ruin. The evil influence who wishes you dead is fast approaching. If you want to win this unreasonable game, if you wish to take back your stolen future, recall the bonds you formed with your allies, and grasp the truth that will save you from the brink of ruin.
Hey,
I
Igor.
see. So that's what led to your ending up here. What a disappointing end to the hero of justice.
Whoa.
I still can't believe it. But I now have a general idea of the methods you used for your crimes. There's much more I'd like to ask, but my allotted time is nearly up. I do have a suggestion, though.
Really?
Care to strike a deal? If you cooperate with me, I'll consider lightening your sentence.
What? What? Wait, what do you want?
I have a responsibility to solve this case. I will win, even if it means brokering a deal with you. Your
Wait.
operation was leaked and you failed to change my heart. There's no point in being obstinate now. You've corrupted the order of this country and caused an uprising against its very existence. You'll most likely be given life imprisonment or the death penalty, unless you accept my proposal. Going forward, I will read a list of people who are closest to you and this case. Tell me honestly whether or not the following are involved with the Phantom Thieves.
Right.
First, the friend who you've been with since the day you transferred to Shujin.
Ryuji Sakamoto. Then the victim of Kamoshida.
One of the victims of the Kamoshida
An
case.
Takamaki.
An Takamaki.
Madarame's pupil.
Ichiryusai
Yusuke
Madarame's
Kitagawa.
pupil. Yusuke Kitagawa.
Daughter of
The
former
daughter of
CEO.
Wakaba Ishiki. Futaba Sakura.
Yep, that's right.
The heiress to the Okumura Foods legacy and daughter of
Haru
its CEO.
Okumura.
Haru Okumura.
And your sister,
And
Makoto
the
Nijima.
frequently probing student council president of Shujin Academy, Makoto Nijima. Those are your accomplices in the Phantom Thieves case, are they not?
Never heard of them.
So you won't sell out your friends.
Nope.
Then let me change the question. I find it hard to believe that high schoolers could have pulled off these crimes by themselves. Were
Right.
there not others outside of your direct group who encouraged your crimes or lent their aid? Not to repeat myself, but remember that your life will be forfeit if your sentence is not lightened. You had the cooperation of people outside your group, did you not? Can you tell me about them?
No.
I see. So you won't speak a word about either your teammates or your collaborators.
No.
Do you even understand the position that you're in?
Yes, I do.
Let's discuss one other person. Goro Akechi.
Yes.
There are reports that he was acting alongside the Phantom Thieves as well.
Yes.
Might he be a part of your team too? So Goro Akechi wasn't one of you. Very well. So be it. You clearly have no intention of bargaining with me. Even now, you're still acting as though you're a hero of justice. Your teammates have sacrificed you in order to escape, yet you wish to defend their honor? Why won't you talk about them?
It's wrong.
Don't be ridiculous. You're the one who's made wrong choices.
Yes, I did. You call this justice?
Justice?
Yeah.
Then tell me, what is this justice you speak of?
What happened to justice, Sai-san?
Sticking to the right path?
Yes.
That's no different from us.
How?
You continue to stand firm. Are you implying that we have no evidence on you?
Pretty
You're
much.
Right. We have nothing. And it doesn't help that your story sounds like a fairy tale. But many people have fallen victim to this. We need to learn the truth.
Well, if it was a fairy tale, how does
The truth,
everything
huh?
how is
I don't
everything
even know
he is
what's right
saying up
anymore.
to this point?
And it's all due to your
match?
strange story. After all this, you're still... Are you listening? The side effects of the truth serum should be wearing off. I won't be deceived by such a poor act.
You realized it too then.
Yep,
It was our conversation about pancakes, right?
that's right.
There's no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me.
And speaking of pancakes, I already had
Hey.
that for breakfast.
Can you hear me? It seems your mind is clearing up.
Yep.
But unfortunately, my time has run out. Although I find your story to be quite interesting, I won't be able to speak with you any longer.
You're giving up?
Huh? What are you getting at? That's right. No matter the results of this case, I won't be receiving credit. I even had to call in a large favor just to conduct this interrogation.
So, how did that thing we asked you to look into go? Nijima mentioned a special interrogation room, didn't she? Good. It looks like we can make this work if we lure them there.
Hey. Hey, are you listening? Our time's up.
No.
We're done talking here. Goodbye.
Why did you come here?
Why?
Yeah.
Because this is my job. Don't ask me such odd questions. Anyhow, there's one last thing I want to ask you.
Yeah.
There's something that's been bothering me for some time now. Recently, I was removed from my post as head of this investigation and was told to remain on standby. A short while later, I received word you were caught in the act, within some bizarre phenomenon. But that was all I was told. You were told someone sold you out, correct? If that's true, who could it have been? Don't you have any idea?
Come on. Use your brain.
My suspicions were true in the end. Still, to think his true intention was to sell us out. All that's left is to figure out a way to hand it over. It's all up to you, leader. Okay then. Giving him the phone without arousing suspicion will be easier said than done. We'll be counting on you to pull this one off.
What's wrong? Might you have an idea as to who sold you out? What do you recall? If you know something, you must tell me. I won't allow things to end like this. You mean this? I've been told the lock on it is quite complicated, but it's only a matter of time until it's cracked. What's so important about this smartphone?
Take
Are you
it.
going to unlock it and show me the data?
Let's let her sleep. She hasn't slept for days while she's been getting that app ready. Now we gotta figure out a way to show him the phone. That's right. I'm sure Makoto and the others told you about it. We need to show it to the true culprit. You know, the traitor.
Hey! What are you trying to get at here? And what about this smartphone? The traitor?
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that room, my task will be simple. And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life.
Please. I need you to be clear with me. Who am I supposed to show this to? What do you... My God. You're referring to him, aren't you?
You already know. You need to trust me.
What are you plotting? I can't even begin to fathom it. But it appears my time is up. This is as far as our conversation can go.
Well.
This will be my last involvement with this case. Very well. I've listened to your whole story, so I may as well play along to the end. And that honest look in your eyes. I used to view the world the same way too once.
Well, the world's not as
I'll
honest
place
as
my
you
bet on
think
you.
it is.
I just need to show him the phone, right?
That's right.
I am thou, thou art I. Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened to the ultimate secret of judgment, granting thee infinite power.
Infinite. True justice.
All right.
That
All right.
really doesn't do much, I'll be honest with you. There we go.
I'll be going now.
The rest is up to you.
What good will this do, though?
Akechi, Wagwan.
Akechi-kun? Why are you here?
Sai-san,
Why do you
how
seem
are
so
you
surprised?
doing?
I needed my director to step in to get access, and I was directly responsible for this case. How did you get approval?
Oh,
For the same reason you did. I am heading up the investigation team after all. It's only natural I'd have the right to interrogate our culprit as well, don't you think?
They assigned you command?
yeah.
That was a joke, of course. I'm merely here to assist with the public security interrogation. I am surprised it's this far underground, though. There aren't any others incarcerated here, yes? Nobody would ever know if things got a little violent.
If I remember correctly, didn't you say there was another culprit besides the Phantom Thieves?
That was but a lie I spread to set them up. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that I had deceived you
In
too,
order to
Sai-san.
deceive your enemies,
After
you have
all,
to
if
trick
you
your
wish to trick
allies.
your enemies, you must first trick your allies.
So it was you.
Yes.
You're the one who sold out the Phantom Thieves. I need you to be clear with me. Who am I supposed to show this to? My God. You're referring to him, aren't you?
Is there a problem?
Yes.
Akechi-kun,
Does
this
this phone look
look
familiar to
familiar to
you?
Hmm?
Excuse
me? What is this phone?
What the hell is that?
It
phone?
belonged to the leader of the Phantom Thieves. I believe you'll need it for your investigation.
Not personally. I was acting alongside the Phantom Thieves myself, remember?
Remember?
True. This is undoubtedly a great accomplishment. Good luck in there.
Stupid. Stupid woman.
Foolish woman.
Please, accompany me
May I
in.
ask that you accompany me? Going in unarmed to interrogate a murderer makes me uncomfortable.
Huh? What are you?
Please be quiet. So,
I owe you for all of this. Thanks. That's right. You and your little friends were vital to our plan, and now it will be completed. Your popularity truly was quite stunning. That just made using you all the more worthwhile. Have you finally pieced it all together? Case closed. This is how your justice ends.
splat. And Humpty Dumpty fell off the well. No, fell off the wall. Sojiro?
Shido-san, my job
I
is
told you
complete.
not to call me by name.
I've told you not to call me by name. Regardless, all that's left is to deal with the remnants.
Oh, don't forget to
continued
kill
deaths
that
of these
cat.
Teenagers would be a bit much, don't you think? I considered making it appear they had a falling out, but that would only amplify public frenzy. It would be best to have each of them meet with an unfortunate accident once the storm blows over.
Is there any possibility they'll want to avenge their leader?
Highly
No chance.
undoubtable.
They're nothing but cattle anyway. They have no backbone without his guidance. I will keep my eye on them just in case, though.
I'll be counting on you.
They will live their lives cowering in fear of death. An apt punishment for obstructing our work.
Make sure to kill that strange cat once you find it as well.
Understood. Though I doubt there's anything to worry about. It's merely a cat, after all.
Don't be deceived, please.
More importantly, they should be dealing with the suicide right about now. Things will become quite busy once the word gets out.
I'll need
I'll
to
need to
prepare
prepare
my
my
comments on the
comments
matter.
I must be prepared to deal with it on my end as well. Beyond that, what of the director of the
Oh,
Special
he should be able to
Investigations
fall
Unit?
ill right about
Perhaps
now.
he'll be struck by a mysterious illness sometime soon.
No, it can't be. Even me. God damn it. Shit.
I really don't care. That guy had
What
it
was all
coming
that about
anyway.
showing him this phone. The Phantom Thief Alibaba? Who is this?
I am Alibaba, a member of the Phantom Thieves. I inquire as to your justice, Sai Nijima.
How do they know I have this?
Goro Akechi is evil. He didn't come to interrogate the captured Phantom Thief. He came to kill him.
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
Don't trust the guard either. He's an accomplice as well. Now then, I'll tell you detailed steps to take. You must save him.
You want me to save him?
Huh?
What is it?
Nothing. Anyway, what brings you here? I thought you were done with your business.
Did anyone else stop by? Nobody?
There'd be no reason for anyone else to come down here.
Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
What's the point of being an accomplice if you're just gonna be disposed of anyways?
Of course it's true. Is something the matter?
It's Akechi-kun. He had to take a sudden call, so he won't be able to make it down today.
There's a possibility they will kill you.
I've been asked to handle things
If
instead.
you value your life, you'll run away and trust no one.
You know, if you stay here, they'll likely get rid of you to eliminate any evidence. I suggest you go into hiding at once if you value your life.
Yes, ma'am.
And don't say a word of what transpired here. Trust nobody. Forget this ever happened.
And now we return to our continued report. This morning, the police have announced that they've detained a suspect who may in fact be the leader of the Phantom Thieves group. The suspect is reported to be a young
Anchon,
man who is...
can I get you to look over here?
Oh, I'm sorry.
So he got caught. That group sure was something.
Yeah.
So the next shoot got me thinking. How about we have you do an idle thing, you know? That cool?
What a surprise to think that the one behind all this is just a minor.
But considering how quickly they announced his arrest, the police must surely be confident in the outcome of this case.
Well, I'll be. Goodness, look at you now. It's been a while, Ryuji.
Huh?
You stopped visiting so abruptly, everyone was worried about you. It's your second year, right? Are you still doing track and field? I'd love to see you run again.
Also, the young man continues to remain silent, refusing to implicate any potential accomplices. However, considering the number of charges brought against him...
I wonder if something happened.
Yeah.
You seemed stumped for once. Not feeling it today?
Yes.
Oh, I'm not chiding you. Just do as normal at your own pace. With your skills, there's no need to worry about your future.
Normal.
Right.
He's just a high school student. How do you think he was contacting the others?
The police here can search any online communications. His accomplices may slip up eventually.
Still, it seems the Phantom Thieves' most recent targets have gone comatose. Actual harm has been done here.
Given the lack of physical violence, their method is still a mystery. Regardless, the police are looking into attempted murder charges.
You never turned it in? That's quite the surprise. I thought I lost it this whole time.
I'm sorry.
Well, your grades are excellent. And you're student council president. I'm sure you'll be admitted anywhere you apply. That one Phantom Thief should have followed your example. You hear? It seems he was caught. Some high schooler. I wonder why he turned to a life of crime. We also received information that the young man was placed on probation for assault.
Because of his previous record, he had to leave his hometown. Perhaps his motive lies there.
I believe your father can rest in peace now. That Phantom Thief could never have changed anything. Only a handful of people are qualified to alter the world. So you've been coming home late. That's what I've heard. I make a good playmate, you know.
We have breaking news. The young man being held in custody has committed suicide. The police have confirmed his death, although details have not been released. To repeat, the suspect has committed suicide while in
Custody. This station will continue to report any further updates as they arrive.
It may be difficult to uncover his methods now. Perhaps that's why he decided to take this course of action.
It can't be.
We've got him now.
You're shitting me.
We got him. Master?
It would seem as though you have been killed. But why were you killed? Why did you have to die?
For one
Do you remember?
simple
It
answer.
seems you forgot an important fact while your consciousness was hazy. Indeed, your death was a necessity for your escape from certain doom. What a tremendous plan. How might you be capable of executing such a feat? Well then, let us rouse the memories which are missing.
Here we go. Here's when everything was revealed.
Hey, they're going.
Mm-hmm.
You realized it too then.
Yep, you're not the only one.
It was our conversation about pancakes, right?
Uh-huh.
There's no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me. Probably. It was your social studies trip. We met him in the hallway of that TV station. There's no way that this is the first time he's heard my voice. This
Nope.
whole deal feels sketchy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was my plan too. Okay, let's get everyone on the same page right away. There's something else we want you to look into. One more person has been on our mind. If it's possible, I want to eavesdrop on their phone conversation. That'll be tough. I agree.
I'd have to plant a bug directly on the phone.
So it's impossible even for you. I didn't say it was impossible.
All right.
Okay, I've got a plan. That's perfect. Of course I did. This is gonna be fun. I can't wait.
That laugh is like something fucked up is gonna happen.
I see. So we're going to use this place.
It'll be a gamble.
I think it's gonna work. You can't tell a thing.
It practically looks the same.
It seems you finally remember. This game is not over yet. There are still things that must be done.
Psych. Thank you. Shut the fuck up, bruv. One thing I don't like about people in this game, yeah, they just pick and choose sides, like, they just pick and choose whenever they want, bruv. Bunch of sheeps, bruv.
Hey, are you alright? Don't fall asleep until we reach our destination. Are you listening?
Here we go.
Are you listening?
Yep.
Anyway, we need to talk about how to get out of this situation. Futaba's monitoring of Akechi's phone has confirmed it. He did indeed have an ulterior motive.
It's on a completely different level than just that.
It's not just Akechi.
Not only
It's
was he trying
someone.
to frame us,
It's someone
but
higher
he was
than
the
him.
true culprit behind the mental shutdowns. His offer to assist us was simply a ploy to frame the Phantom Thieves and kill him. If we go into Sis's palace as he suggests, we'll likely be met by a large ambush of police forces.
To think he would be this far gone. I know now what it means to feel a chill down my spine. Furthermore, he wishes to bring a police squad from reality into the palace.
If the 8 of us can enter at once, it's not inconceivable to think a larger group is possible. He may even be able to bring in vehicles or other special pieces of equipment.
So, this really was just a setup to shift the blame onto us.
Pretty much.
He made us go after Okumura. Then once we triggered the change of heart, he killed him. And he told us he had seen the true culprit, but it was him the entire time!
The whole time he was working with Makoto's sister, he was really just some homicidal maniac. Come on, we gotta take that bastard Akechi down. Isn't that recording we got enough proof to do it?
No way.
No. Akechi is merely a tool. His orders come from elsewhere. The grand mastermind behind this all. An unimaginable fiend capable of arranging the murder of a suspect inside of a police station.
Unless we find out who that is, we will continue being targeted even if we defeat Akechi.
But
no point.
What means do we have of learning his identity?
We'll have to make Akechi say it. Though once we do, that mastermind will likely eliminate us.
I think that will be the case eventually, regardless of whether or not we learn his identity. The only reason it hasn't happened yet is because we're an easy target to blame for his crimes. If he realizes that's no longer possible and abandons that plan, he may opt to kill us immediately.
Damn it! So we don't got a choice but to go with that bastard's suggestion.
Pretty much.
But if
you
we go
can't
into
beat
the
him,
palace
join
like
him.
we're told, he'll get arrested, and then Akechi will kill him.
Palace. The palace. Actually, there's something I'd like to say regarding... Aha! We can use the palace to our advantage!
What's this all of a sudden?
There's a way. A way to get past Akechi and get the mastermind to lay off of us, all while learning his identity. Really?
You gotta be kidding me!
If he wants to kill the guy, why not let him? That is, inside of a palace. Yes, we could have him kill the cognitive version, all the while believing he killed the real one. Yeah, that's it! It seems that's our only option. Listen close, everyone. I have a plan for how we can carry this operation out.
Ever since the death of their teenage leader, the Phantom Thieves have fallen silent. However, the police intend on continuing this investigation until the case is fully solved.
I'm sorry I'm late. I had to finish a few things at work. Where are they?
Waiting upstairs. Go tell them to come on down. I'm gonna fetch him.
You're her her sister, correct?
Makoto told me everything. Futaba-chan, I'm sorry that I caused you so much trouble this past summer.
It's ancient history now.
Man, that goddamn detective.
Look who's here.
Hello.
Hey, you big bastard.
How have you been?
I mean, I died.
You must be fine if you're joking around like that.
It truly is a relief to see your face.
I bet that moron Akechi don't even know we tricked him yet.
Nope.
Still, how'd you pull this off? Isn't
Allow-
this guy considered dead?
Allow us to explain.
You weren't told anything?
Nope.
I heard my sister brought him here, though.
Yeah, she came over in a taxi, dumped him off, and told me to keep him safe. It was right after they announced he had died, too. Almost gave me a heart attack.
I didn't have time to explain.
Hey, shouldn't we tell boss what really happened?
He deserves to know
We
everything
wanted to
now.
make our enemy believe the leader of the Phantom Thieves was dead.
What?
What we did was make that enemy kill his fake in the metaverse.
Hold on a sec. Enemy? Fake? What are you talking about?
The true culprit behind all these incidents set us up. Our goal here was to determine their identity.
True culprit? I see. So you guys were going up against someone else.
It was Goro Akechi. You knew beforehand that he was the traitor, didn't you?
Akechi himself gave us the chance to strike back. He made one fatal mistake.
Pancakes.
Couldn't you have just said from
Just
the beginning
one
that
key
Akechi was
word.
the real culprit?
Pancakes.
That wasn't something we could simply bring up. We couldn't have you suspect Akechi. Besides, neither you nor the other investigators would have believed something like that, would you?
True. Akechi was credited with the arrest of the Phantom Thieves. Not even I would think he was the culprit. In other words, you left him alone on purpose. That was a bold move.
God, I can't keep up with any of this stuff. Wait, so what was this mistake Akechi made? What did he do?
He slipped up in regards to Morgana's voice.
You mean a cat?
Yes, Morgana can talk.
Sorry, was that supposed to be a joke?
Oh, our apologies. That's completely true. You surprised?
Does that mean he said something just now as well?
But you don't understand him, do you? That's how it was for all of us at first, too. When you're in the metaverse, Mona talks like a normal person. Once you hear that and your brain realizes he can actually talk, you start to understand him in reality.
Basically.
It's a change in cognition. Most likely.
Picture it like understanding
Thanks to
Stewie
Akechi's
in
lame
Family
acting,
Guy.
we figured out something was up.
When we talked to Akechi at the school festival, he was acting like he just realized Mona could talk. But we already saw him drop a mega hint about it way earlier.
Oh, I know a place! I want to go to that huge pancake-looking place we passed on the way here!
Oh, am I mistaken? I thought I heard something about delicious pancakes.
Mona was the only one who was talking about a pancake.
Pretty
That
much.
meant Akechi'd already been in the metaverse by then.
And since he was lying to us about that, we assumed he had a hidden motive behind contacting us.
It seemed odd upon further thought. His reaction to my pancake comment was an honest one, after all. He did approach us when we found ourselves in the worst trouble yet. That's why we asked Futaba-chan to wiretap his phone.
I pretended to be interested in checking the phone out, but I was actually planting my app. My heart was pounding while I was doing it, though.
Even that ace detective could never have imagined a program being installed so quickly. Futaba's quirky nature proved to be a great help.
That was just an act! After a few days of listening, this confirmed his betrayal.
Then I'll guide the police into her palace and have them catch the Phantom Thieves in the act. That would be the only way to arrest them, given their methods. I'll deal with them after that. Let me see. We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that room, my task will be simple.
Is this for real?
Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
So they planned to get rid of that guard from the beginning.
Well then, I will make the arrangements the day after the arrest. And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life. When he does, you will become a great hero who saved Japan from evil. As will I, of course.
I knew he was acting strangely, but to think he was this far gone.
Yeah.
He's no ace detective. Akechi is the perpetrator behind the mental shutdown crimes.
On top of that, there's someone else commanding Akechi. Someone with great authority. So great that they can order an assassination in a police station. That's why we had to make a move before they did.
I see.
We baited Akechi into Sis's palace, making him dispose of our leader's fake, but think he killed him.
Can you elaborate on that in more detail? What exactly happened in my cognitive world?
We're sorry for using you without your permission. Your palace had all the conditions we needed.
What conditions?
First, we required a place inside the cognitive world that was the same as in reality.
That place is based on the real world after all. Anywhere that's not warped looks just like normal.
That's why nobody but the person who uses the nav even realizes they're in the metaverse.
Back with Kamoshida, we came in from the station without even noticing. You totally can't tell the difference if there ain't any distortions around.
We had already investigated Nijima-san's palace when Makoto brought the suggestion to us.
I was seriously impressed by that suggestion. To be honest, I didn't quite understand it, but I went along with it. Yeah, it's good we have her heading up our operations.
Makoto is normally so calm as well, but once her mind is set, she gets oddly impulsive.
I did have a bit of a rivalry forming with Akechi, but I just couldn't contain myself anymore once you became a target, sis. The reason I joined the Phantom Thieves was to heal your heart, after all.
My own achievements were all that mattered to me. I was desperate. I wasn't myself at all. I'm sorry I couldn't see that.
That goes for the both of us.
We heard from Mako-chan that you were going to do the interrogation, Nijima-san.
And regarding its location, I take it you used the data from my laptop?
I'm sorry.
Go on.
There were two things we were able to confirm while we were checking the metaverse. First, our clothes didn't change when we were down in the interrogation room. Second, the scenery and details outside of the palace proper were the same as in the real world.
Once we heard that from Makoto, we secretly went to check it out without Akechi knowing.
There was also one more thing we absolutely needed to make this
That
work.
was basically the
Perfect
convincing.
cognitive replica of him in the metaverse's interrogation room.
Since he had yet to be caught, though, there obviously wouldn't be anyone in that room.
Once we saw the casino guests and police officers, we were convinced this would work. They looked no different from actual living people.
After that, we just had to work our way into the palace like usual, while keeping Akechi in the dark.
Everything went as planned up until we defeated Sis's shadow. However, it was then that we were met with a terrifying, unexpected police ambush. As a result, even though we managed to grab the treasure, we couldn't get it out of the metaverse. Except That was all an act. We had prepared an empty briefcase beforehand and merely acted like we were taking the treasure. This was because we knew the police would be coming for us.
We made sure before the operation that the police would be waiting to ambush us. And just as expected, he totally took the bait.
Him getting captured by the police went exactly how we planned it.
And I had been interrogating him with no knowledge of this. But how did you lure Akechi into this cognitive world's interrogation room?
All I needed were the coordinates.
Tuba just looks weird in that drawing. It just sums up her accurately, though.
Akechi
Sai
disposed
just
of the
looks
fake
like
in
some-
the palace and left
some
thinking he had been
old-
victorious.
some
It must have been
middle-aged
truly hilarious
woman,
for our leader who sat idly in the real world's interrogation room. Surely he was acting quite cocky by himself in that quiet chamber.
So that's why you gave me your phone. I only took it because of what you told me.
It's a shame I didn't have the opportunity to see that for myself.
All I could do was try to handle all the messages that started coming to me on his phone. Huh. So in other words, I've been to the metaverse, albeit for a brief moment.
In our experience, there is little danger when someone enters their own palace for so short a time.
That's the other reason we had him give it to you. We needed you to listen to Alibaba, deceive the guard, and ultimately aid in his escape. By having you head back to the interrogation room, we could return you to the real world as well.
I mean, I had to think of some way to keep you from running into Akechi mid-assassination.
Huh. Astounding. I hadn't the slightest idea that such a grand operation was taking place within me.
I'm so glad he was able to persuade you during the
That was
interrogation.
probably the most
Even though we
difficult
knew
one.
Akechi's plan, we were pretty worried about that part.
True.
Why is that?
Without Sis on our side, Futaba's plan and subsequent breakout would have never been possible. That persuasion was easily our greatest gamble. We couldn't consult Sis beforehand. It was absolutely the make or break moment of the entire plan.
Still, I'm surprised you could convince me in such a short time. Were you confident you could do it?
Oh yeah, but it... I'm just gonna make a little joke.
Understandable. Either way, I can't believe you went for such a risky idea.
Yeah.
If we could just tell you the true culprit's plan, I knew you'd realize the bigger picture. Realize that our leader was telling the truth, and that there was a greater evil to pursue.
As a result, we emerged victorious.
Then the reason you kept this a secret from me was so you could catch the true culprit, correct?
That's right.
Yes. Plus, you had lost control of yourself at the time.
This is stunning. All I can really do is laugh.
Yeah.
I've kind of figured out that you guys made Akechi kill a fake. But what did you do about the body?
The police never even checked it.
What?
Huh?
They had a coroner working to ensure his death was reported as a suicide. That coroner didn't take one look at the scene and just passed along a falsified death certificate.
Oh yeah.
The bad guys have that much influence?
Murder in a police station would be reckless otherwise. We also knew of a possible conspirator.
Thanks to Futaba-chan's messages and the guard's demeanor, I eventually came to understand. And since the higher-ups at the police knew nothing of this, they were thrown into disarray. As a result, his suicide during imprisonment was reported on the news, just as Akechi planned.
And with that confusion, he was able to escape with Nijima-san's help.
I made sure nobody would check the morgue for his body, and thanks to that, nobody knows he survived.
Thinking back to the interrogation, though, I can't believe what they did to him. The callous use of violence and even drugs is utterly abnormal. If he had lost consciousness and hadn't been able to tell Sis about the phone, he would have died. I'm truly glad you made it back safe.
It was a breeze!
How tough are you?
It still freaked me out when I
Well,
saw
I've
the
been through a
suicide
lot.
on the news, though.
We made sure to live normal lives while he was being interrogated to avoid drawing any suspicion. Even with that, I couldn't help but worry for him in my heart.
Well, I knew right away that her plan worked out.
I wanted to believe, but considering what we were up against.
Ryuji's a bit on the dense and carefree side.
Can it, cat?
I had to be patient and avoid this place until things settled down. I finally feel relieved.
We knew he was alive, but it was difficult to not worry until we could confirm it in person.
Now that I think about it, my interrogation was just a formality for the head commander. What a joke, letting me interrogate someone who was meant to die. They just wanted to avoid backlash.
Yeah, and
Very
they wanted
well.
to place the blame on
From
you.
here forward, I will do my utmost to assist you. You saved me, after all.
Thank you.
That's reassuring to hear.
I'll do whatever I can to help too. Just let me know.
Man like
Let's
Sojiro.
take a break for now, though. This old brain is pooped. Oh, and feel free to use the first floor when you guys want to get together to talk. You'll need a hideout where you can be safe. Just say the word, and I'll close shop early.
Are you sure?
This guy can't leave. Plus, you won't make much progress if people can hear you from downstairs. It's not like this place is the liveliest joint in town. It won't be a huge loss for me.
Fair enough.
Let us accept his offer. What a great man.
The summary of the story has up to this point has been updated. All right. Hello, Shido.
That sounds familiar.
It's me, Akachi.
Come in.
Enter.
Hello, soldier
That's
boy.
the death certificate of the principal offender, correct? Is there a problem with it?
Not at all.
No, nothing in particular. More importantly, you've done well with regard to the prosecutors.
The cause of death for the SIU director has been settled as a stroke.
I had him work quite substantially on forging evidence. His loss should be mourned.
It was thanks to his efforts that I could enter the Phantom Thieves' interrogation room, too.
The SIU is in disarray with his death. I'll take my time choosing a successor after the elections.
At any rate, I'm now praised as a hero, and I owe it all to the Phantom Thieves.
All possible hindrances are now gone. There's no doubt that this election is mine.
And on to our next story, the snap election for the House of Representatives. Discussion is swirling around potential nominees as the deadline for candidacy announcement nears. Candidates will announce on the 23rd of this month, while voting will be held on the 18th of next.
Elections, huh? Don't matter to us. It's not like we can vote in them yet anyways.
Well, I don't vote.
Why don't we resume our conversation?
Well, the Phantom Thieves are back together. We
Good
can
thing I
finally
don't vote.
take it to Akechi and the
Politicians
bastard
are all
back.
the same to me.
Have you figured out who's behind all this?
Not yet.
Akechi accidentally let that slip after the murder. He said, Shido-san.
Shido?
That
Feels
Shido.
like I've heard that somewhere.
Shido.
He is unmistakably
Sojiro
a man of
knows who
power.
Shido
He has
is.
such strong connections to the police.
Shido? Could it be Masayoshi Shido?
Who?
I believe he's a politician.
Yeah.
Remember Ryuji? You said his speech was too loud.
For real?
For
It's certainly possible that Shido is the mastermind.
Yep.
Do you have some kind of evidence?
Nothing material. However, there are various conditions which align with that possibility. First, he would profit from damage done to the current administration by the psychotic breakdowns. He's maintained a negative stance toward the Phantom Thieves and has gained tremendous popularity. On top of that, he'll most likely become the next Prime Minister if he wins this upcoming election.
Oh dear. He did say that one day he wants to be the next Prime Minister.
Did he set us up with that election in mind?
Basically.
If he is behind all this, that would be in stark opposition to his honest public image.
So his current position and popularity is just him benefiting from the mental collapses.
We'll make him have a change of heart, no matter what it takes.
Shido, huh?
Yep.
What is the matter?
Sojiro knows
I had a
him.
feeling he was wrapped up in all this, just based on the connections I had from my previous job. I think the one who crushed Wakaba's research and confiscated her materials was probably Shido. From the moment Wakaba died, I had a hunch he was involved. But there wasn't anything I could do. So I chose to protect Futaba and went into hiding.
Why didn't you say that sooner?
You guys would have definitely gone after him if I had. He would have just killed all of you, no doubt. That's what he usually does to people who get in his way.
Originally, I was looking into the mental shutdown cases. It was then that I accidentally stumbled upon government research regarding the psychotic breakdowns. So I tracked down the whereabouts of that research data and met with the associated parties. Boss was one of those parties. I would never have imagined all of this was connected. The mental shutdowns, psychotic breakdowns, Shido, and even the Phantom Thieves' actions.
Way back when, Shido kept saying he was going to be Prime Minister one day. Nobody believed him, though.
What's going
Just
to
like I
happen to
said.
this country if Shido becomes prime minister? What about the world?
That
The
world
issue
is gonna
simpler than
sink.
that. This is nothing more than yet another selfish adult trying to impose his will on the public.
We gotta expose that rotten bastard!
Yeah, we'll do it like always. Then let's check the nav.
Yeah, but this time it's not gonna be very simple, is it?
Masayoshi Shido, the guy running for Prime Minister. Got a hit! Well, duh. It ain't a surprise he has one.
Yeah, but his image is
Where would
probably
the location
way
be?
bigger than that.
What kind of things go through a politician's head?
Think.
I always think of dirty money and shady actions.
It's more than that.
What
Come
does
on,
he do?
man.
And where? We don't got a clue about this guy's life.
His palace must be
They can
somewhere
have so
that
much money.
politicians frequent.
They can go to the moon even
Any
if the
ideas?
country sinks.
We got a hit!
How arrogant must he be to see himself as the ruler of the Diet Building?
Our next target's the big shot politician Masayoshi Shido. We're gonna do this, right? Hell yeah! Nobody against it?
Of course!
I kind of
would
wish
be
the
a worthy
Ketchy had a little
opponent.
palace.
Let's
Like,
win this
or
together.
at least like a mini palace or,
Time for
or
revenge.
something like that.
Then it's unanimous.
All we gotta do now is figure out what he thinks that diet building place is.
So that's the app that allowed me to enter the metaverse.
Basically,
An old fart like me can't wrap his head around all this stuff.
an
We'll
old
have to deal
fart,
with
you
this
know.
before Election Day, December 18th. That means we need it done by the 17th.
It's best we hurry before they discover there's no body in the morgue.
Yeah,
Should we start tomorrow then? We can meet at the diet building after school.
That reminds me, what are you gonna do about school? You can't show up if you're supposed to be dead.
Miss Kawakami said he went back home for family reasons.
ah,
That's what I told the
Kawakami.
school.
Don't let him find out you're alive then, alright?
Thank God Kawakami's loyal.
What do you mean?
This operation had another purpose outside of escaping Akechi's clutches. Shido tried to place all the blame on the Phantom Thieves and deceive the public at the same time. He has ruined countless lives, and even made Goro Akechi, a student, assist him with assassinations. A mere change of heart is too lenient a sentence for such an abominable criminal.
We'll be making use of the police statement that the leader of the Phantom Thieves committed suicide. Our leader, who is presumed dead, will come out of hiding to deliver a grand statement. He'll say he has escaped prison, not committed suicide, and was in fact almost killed by a criminal.
That's
Everyone's
where
gonna flip.
Fatuba comes in.
You guys thought through all this stuff too?
We're intellectuals, you know.
That's why you needed such a daring
I'm
trick
not
as
sure
getting
about you,
captured and appearing to
Ryuji.
be killed.
Actually, Ryuji
What frightening
is
teenagers.
quite smart,
But the
somewhat.
true battle has only
Not in
just
direction,
begun.
but
We won the first round.
in some
but
in
we
his own
must
ways.
Stay on our toes.
Yeah, this ain't the time to be celebrating.
These people tried to trap and kill us. There is no end to their inhuman, conniving nature. We will need to be prepared for whatever may come our way.
Alright, here we go.
I finally made it this far. It's already been 2.5 years since we met.
Back then, you earned the media's attention as a young politician who could rise up against bureaucracy. Because of that, those who wanted to preemptively deal with problems tried to tie you up in scandal.
To think I would fall for the ruse schemed by those decrepit fools in power. I recall that's when you came to me. You promoted yourself saying you had special powers. If it wasn't for the research on cognition that I dabbled in, I would have thought you insane.
I made those troublesome opponents psychotic, and erased any trace of that scandal.
Who'd think that tampering with a person's heart could trigger a psychotic lapse or mental shutdown? And when someone like that said he'd support me, I had suspected there'd be an ulterior motive.
It's because I sympathized with your aspiring ideology. I believed that your ideals needed to be achieved for the sake of the country's future.
Well, my faith in you was precisely why I pulled the plug on that research.
Pretty much.
I only need you using that power.
It'd be troublesome if someone else uncovered how it works.
Wakaba Ishiki, was it?
Yep.
That researcher. She wouldn't have had to die if she just complied.
Any suspicions should be snubbed out. Even the smallest doubt must be severed at the root. After all, we had an active public prosecutor's office director on our side.
Until recently.
Astounding, isn't it? To think the director himself often forged evidence to secure his promotion. He was quite surprised when you confronted him about it. He didn't know who leaked that information. Well, I got that out of his shadow, so technically speaking, he did it himself.
This country's affairs have become stagnant. The political world is filled with old men who only act to preserve their own vested interests. The general public has forsaken such political affairs and don't even bother. Only ruin awaits us.
I must agree.
There's no need to be ruined along with such incompetent fools. I will lead this country to its revival. Those who get in the way must be eliminated at times. That's the correct way to use the metaverse.
Still, it would stand out if there were continuous deaths and scandals with your political rivals, which is why I made them suspects. Prosecute the targets that I turn psychotic, and solve them as cases unrelated to you. And thus, the charismatic ace detective was born.
Thanks to your efforts, my clean image remains untarnished, and I've monopolized public opinion. Once I gained public sentiment, collaborators from all sectors began approaching me on their own. The police were no exception. With their management in my pocket, keeping them in check was easy.
When the Phantom Thieves emerged, I thought things might become somewhat troublesome.
And they were just brats once we looked into it. All we needed to do was lay the blame on them.
When you told me that, I knew then that you were the better man.
Their popularity was
a bit beyond my expectations. But flipping it made the negative press stronger.
After that, all I had to do was openly berate them. I've been gaining more supporters since. The current administration is dead with ongoing scandals. Never mind the fact that they're my doing. Even the government parties have begun splitting up, and they're dissolving just as planned. The time has finally come. Just a little more, and I will take the seat of Prime Minister. However, inauguration isn't my goal. That's when everything truly begins. I'll make this country rich for the sake of its selfish and ignorant masses who can only rely on others.
In other words, you're creating a powerful country that can compete with the world.
The public resonates with my ideals and follows me. And for that, some sacrifices can't be avoided. That is my duty as the Chosen One. Your assistance has been very influential in making my plans proceed smoothly. When I become Prime Minister,
I'll
I'll
grant
grant
whatever
whatever wish
wish
you
you want.
With this most recent case, my name has become known across the country, perhaps even the world. Surely my story will be passed down as a hero who won against monsters that could control people's hearts. I believe I'll lay low and devote myself to my studies.
I suppose with your age, you wouldn't come up with debauched desires.
I am thinking about the future, though.
Yeah, Akechi's got much more planned.
Well, how do I put this?
Well then. Hey!
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna head back then.
All right. See you later, Sojiro.
Guess you won't be going to school for a while.
Nope.
Don't worry about it. This'll be a breeze compared to what we've had to face so far.
Really?
And we'll have all the time to come up with the plans together. To be perfectly honest, I don't really care what happens to Shido, one way or the other. But when I consider the fact that he's your enemy, I naturally think he's my enemy as well. I'm going to stay with you until the very end. Well then, we should get to sleep.
All right.
You know, something that Futaba said before, when you were in a pinch in the palace.
Yeah.
She picked up a reading of someone who came to your rescue. Was that...
That's right.
So it was Yoshizawa.
Uh-huh.
Then we'd better let her know you're safe now.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll even lend you a hand with that.
Safe. Ding. Oh, these guys just pick and choose, man. Shut up.
There's no point in even having an election. Shido's gonna win.
Plus, the current government has been getting wrapped up in scandal after scandal. Even more importantly, there's just an aura about him. Like he can fix whatever problems we have.
Honestly, it doesn't really matter to me who does it. I just want to see our society back on track.
Huh.
Especially after it turned out those phantom
Your
thieves were
society
nothing
is
more
going to
than
be
scum
far
in the
from
end.
reformed, my friend.
I'll show you.
Huh? Oh, Kawakami. Thank you. Nah, it's okay. Thank you.
Cut that out!
And that teacher just looks like someone you just want to punch in the face, don't you think? He just has that look about him. Who's this? Mishima. I'm good, brother. Thank you. Oh yeah. It's fine. All right.
Hey,
All right. Thanks, Sojiro.
Okay.
Curry in the morning, though. Could I not get some bread with that or something? Oh, it's the afternoon. Fair enough. Bang.
Let's head to the Diet Building. Make sure you aren't discovered, okay?
You going out?
That's the
You
plan.
gotta be kidding me. You realize you're done for if you get caught, right? Ugh.
There's no stopping you, is there?
The stunts you pull sometimes. Just don't stay out too late.
And enjoy smoking that cigarette, Sojiro.
Akechi isn't here.
Let's begin at once. Police cars are making rounds, so we can't stay here too long. We already have Masayo Shishido and Diet Building. All we need is what he thinks of this place.
Maybe Mount Fuji, since it's the highest place in the country?
No way.
What about a mansion?
No way.
Since he's going to subjugate everyone as Prime Minister, perhaps a school?
No way.
What about an arena, like the Colosseum?
Imperial Palace? It's no good.
I thought we would have gained entry by now. Maybe we shouldn't have called you here.
Hey, you think he's guarding his whole palace with a barrier? Shido stole the cognitive science research, right? Or maybe it had some special move written in it.
Is that even possible?
Who knows? I've got no idea.
There was nothing like that in the notes I saw.
Anyways, what kind of person is Shido? I can't figure him out.
I did some light research on him last night, but I couldn't get a grasp on the type of man he is.
That man over there is probably a legislator, right? I'll try asking him. Excuse me, I'm a member of the newspaper club at my high school. May I speak with you for a moment?
Yeah.
Sure.
What kind of person is Representative Shido? What's he think about the national diet?
His stance is dedication for country. It's how he's garnered everyone's trust. He's an admirable man of action, with a first-class determination. I'd say he's a model politician. I believe that he'll help create a wonderful future in which young adults like you can live in ease.
Lies.
An exemplary answer. It makes sense he wouldn't tell teenagers anything unnecessary.
Of course. Oh dear.
Look over there. He's on a walkie-talkie.
Wait, is it about us?
That doesn't look good.
We should leave at once. Tomorrow's the day off, so let's have an early strategy meeting. Meet at LeBlanc, okay?
We should all think about this tonight.
Say no more.
The criminals calling themselves the Phantom Thieves are no more. However, I believe that this country's citizens are still living their days in anxiety. These scandals only increase our distrust of the current government. As a citizen myself, I am enraged.
Look who's talking.
What does it mean to be a politician with responsibility? Working toward personal gain without consideration of the country is outrageous.
The election's public notification is tomorrow. But no matter where I go, people are cheering for Shido.
Everyone's being deceived so easily.
What?
In order to save this country that has been tainted by villains, social reform is essential.
And who is this? Alright, guys.
Let's do it.
Alright, guys. Since we now know the truth and everything, I'm gonna call this stream a night. Although it has been very short, I actually have things to do for tomorrow and stuff like that. But at the same time, I do promise I will come back, and I've been recovered very, very well, very clean, very healthy. So yeah. So until then, I'll see you around, everybody, and peace.